Do you ever feel like you're working harder and harder, but you're just not getting ahead? Well, if that sounds familiar, you're in the right place. Welcome to Rich Tribe. You know, this quote right here, it just hits the nail on the head. Inflation, it's not some loud, obvious danger. There's no alarm bell that goes off. Instead, it's this quiet, invisible force that just eats away at your money year after year. So let's pull back the curtain on this so-called silent thief. What is it really? And more importantly, what is it doing to your wallet? Okay, in the simplest terms, it means your money is losing its punch. The dollar in your pocket today buys less than it did last year. It's the reason you look at your grocery receipt and think, wait, how did it get so high?
Hold on. So you're saying even if my bank balance stays the same, I'm actually getting poorer.
That is exactly the problem, and it leads to a really crucial point. Simply saving your money, it's not the same thing as protecting your money. So let's dig into that. Why is putting your money in a quote-unquote safe savings account, why is that so often a losing game against inflation? This chart right here paints a really clear picture. See that little bar for savings account interest? Now look at the much bigger bar for real inflation. There's a huge gap, right? That's the problem.
Whoa. So my money is literally losing its buying power just by sitting there in the bank?
Precisely. Your bank statement might look perfectly fine, but in reality, you're losing anywhere from 2 to 4% of your money's actual value every single year. Okay, so if savings accounts are a slow bleed, what's the fix? Well, the answer isn't saving more, it's owning more. We're talking about owning assets that are built to outrun inflation, assets that actually grow faster than prices are rising. So the big question is, where can our money actually work for us and grow? Let's look at the kinds of assets that have a proven track record of not just keeping up with inflation, but actually beating it. This is how you turn that silent thief into a powerful wind at your back. Okay, check this out. This chart tells an amazing story over the last 100 years. Just look at the line for stocks compared to bonds and inflation. I mean, it's not even close. Even with all the scary crashes and downturns, stocks have just created so much more wealth over the long haul. Yeah, but look at those dips. The stock market seems super risky, right? That's a great point, and that volatility is definitely real. But here's the secret weapon: time. In the short term, yeah, the market is a roller coaster. But if you zoom out over 15 or 20 years, the picture changes completely. Just look at these numbers. 100 grand in stocks grew 9 times more than the same amount in bonds. That's a staggering difference. But here's the thing, it's not just about stocks. A really robust portfolio has other players too. Think about real estate. As prices go up, so do rents and property values. And then there's gold, the classic safety net people have trusted for literally thousands of years when things get shaky.
Ah, okay. So it's less about picking one winner and more about building a whole team of different assets that work together.
You got it. It's all about building a smart, long-term battle plan. So let's break down what the core principles of that plan actually look like. It really boils down to these 3 simple but super powerful principles. 1, your money has to grow faster than inflation, period. 2, don't put all your eggs in one basket. You've got to diversify. And 3, you have to be patient. Time is your single greatest ally in this game. And that third principle, time is your ally, the engine that makes it work is something called compounding. Honestly, it's like magic. It's a snowball effect. Your investments earn money, and then that money starts earning its own money. It starts small, but over time, it accelerates and can turn a modest investment into some serious wealth. So what could that team of assets look like in practice? Well, here's one example. You've got a big chunk in stocks for that powerful growth, some real estate, maybe a little gold for safety. But remember, this is just a sample platter. The right mix for you totally depends on your own situation, like how old you are and how comfortable you are with risk. Okay, before we get to the final, most important takeaway, we need to talk about the traps to avoid. Because making these mistakes can seriously derail your progress. Things like holding way too much cash, panic selling when the market dips, or ignoring how much fees and taxes are eating into your returns. Oh, and by the way, if you're getting some value out of this, do us a huge favor and subscribe to the Rich Tribe channel. And of course, a like, comment, or share goes a long, long way. We'd really appreciate it. All right, let's bring this all home. If you remember only one thing from our conversation today, I want it to be this. Look, inflation isn't going anywhere. It's just a fact of economic life. But whether or not your wealth shrinks because of it, that part is not inevitable. That part is a choice. You have the power to put your money to work, to make sure it's growing, not eroding. Your financial future is basically a story that you get to write, starting right now. And by taking these ideas to heart, you stop being a victim of inflation and you become the author. So the real question is, what's your first chapter going to be? We'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments.